Hello everybody, welcome back in. Oh my goodness, what a great first map. If you missed it, go back, check it out. 16-13, as you can see, Apeks stealing it away. A resurgence in the overtime, but that regulation was crazy. Absolutely mental. Lot of unlikely rounds and a big clutch from kyxsan. Unfortunately, it was all in vain as forZe lose it out. We are now on Inferno, a weird middle ground map in a poor kind of sense for both of these teams, but certainly some deception if you are just looking at the raw statistics. And this game has been wild so far. Result in the apartments does not know what is going on, gets sideswiped completely. Down he will fall. kyxsan left low. So this is not a great look for forZe.
Yeah, 6% right there, clearing into the corner. You can't blame forZe for committing to their stack. It's pick your poison, really, isn't it? Rotate out, leave a massive timing. You've already kind of lost a lot of A control. Or gamble that Apeks will overthink it and end up on B instead. Apeks going just the right way. 3 players out of apartments. They might lose nawwk, but this bomb is surely going to go down in a good scenario. There's a smoke flying over for Moto. They'll make it all the more difficult to retake. No hit either for the CT side. By the time the smoke is faded, there will not be so much time left.
Yeah, not looking too good. But we'll see. Oh, no we won't. They're going to call a save on it, in fact. Save some of the armor that they have and perhaps bolster the buy into that second round. But yeah, that's gone south pretty harshly for forZe, you have to be honest. Crad sticking around, finding a little heady. On the way out, might do some damage here, might get some kill bonuses. Alright, looking a bit crispy, will eventually fall, but all the same, an easy victory for Apeks to kick off their own map pick.
Something that's on my mind is the question we brought up in the pregame of, you know, it's not an unfair assessment to say forZe have had a weak bracket so far. Just by virtue of the other results, they've never played up until Apeks, one of the, you know, the more established sides in this qualifier. And how many teams would have snapped under the pressure they're being put under on Mirage? How many teams would have caved when they're just losing 4 spies left, right, and center, losing the most ridiculous clutches? And Apeks stood up, took those punches, and then hit an absolute, you know, knockdown straight to the jaw. And I'm not sure any of the other teams in this qualifier could have done it. And I'm looking at now this Inferno and saying, forZe, do you have the might to stay in this series after what transpired at the end of Mirage? Because they haven't been in this position remotely close to this in this qualifier so far.
Decent buy, all things considered for forZe. A couple rifles is always nice. They're looking to make them work as well with some pretty heavy bracket presence. I have to say, Inferno is a map that I've not casted very much in CS2, considering it was everywhere towards the end of Go. It is a map that a lot of teams have kind of strayed away from, it feels like. So I'm happy to be on it.
It's old as time. It'll get played plenty moving forwards, I have no doubt. And that mid stack is kind of been given up. Guess they were pushing into boiler for a bit of information here. Bit of a fight on B. They can win that. There's so much left in defense. The bomb commits out of apartments. Oh my lord. Teammates are a long way out. kyxsan down. The bomb is trapped in pit. Ascent takes a dink for his trouble. This is ever so awkward. And Tania wins out. 10 seconds remaining. And kyxsan is gone. And Apeks, not like this. Not like this. You had a man advantage. And it just crumbles.
The madness of Mirage has not left, as it would seem. It is continuing here. Oh my goodness. Another wild and unpredictable turn of affairs. I'm definitely here for it, you know. Keep this kind of energy up. Apeks are going to force back into this round. No real option but to do so. kyxsan getting nice and aggressive in banana then. Try and find an opener, but there's no one round the corner quite yet waiting for him. kyxsan with a cheeky peek towards middle, but calls it off quite quickly. Result on the auto shotgun. A sneaky angle. Gonna look up and find sense. Yes, he does. One tap on that XM10.
This feels good. Feels good. It's like peeling off a screen protector. A little piece of plastic, you know, it just feels, you know...
Yeah.
Just feels right.
No,
meant to be. Meant to happen. Tell you what's not meant to happen is Apeks winning this round. One smoke and kyxsan. They used a bit of their util to try and default for control, but they haven't got very much. He's killing Crad. He's killing Crad. Crad is gone. Luckily, Shalfie got back. He was actually running off towards A for a few seconds. Smoke onto CT. There is no HE grenade to break this smoke. Shalfie gone. Man advantage Apeks. Mad Mirage into insane Inferno. It keeps going.
Couldn't write it. Could not write it. So many low HP bars, though, on that T side. Big frag from Naught. Cuts off the flanking presence. Tania will take Jacob. Casanito up top. Spots a leg, but his weaponry and HP just work against him there. Smoking in on towards Naught. Not really much that he can do about this one. There is a kid available as well. Gokashima, get him on the bomb. Hawk trying to find the ladder way off, man, and he will eventually get taken out. That's a good recovery from the retakers, but felt like it maybe should never come that close. And yet Apeks almost make it happen, you know, just a FAMAS over an MP9, something like that could have made all the difference, but it's not the way that it panned out. forZe will gain the lead.
They're going in. They're going in, I think. Yeah. Here we go. Full force from Apeks. They know forZe's money bad. They know they've just taken them ever so low. They want another bite of the apple. Gokashima, though, managed to get an AWP out. I'm surprised by that. Must be off the back of some of those shotgun kills, I guess. That might be unexpected to Apeks 2. This is very early in this half to bring an AWP into play. Where are you, Gokashima? He's on banana. Let's see if Apeks are ready for this, because this is so early to have the big green in play.
Really quite a passive round here from Apeks. Bit of early utility. It looks like they want to try and burst through this banana smoke. Way to go. Flash comes in. It's effective to take Gokashima. However, the setup is pretty solid there. Oh my goodness. Gokashima going in for more is certainly a bit cheeky. Will manage to survive. Misses the shot and goes down. CT smoke is available. Really wanted him to survive there, I think, to be honest. Shalfie with a nice little move to break the smoke. Will get traded. 2 versus 2. Retaking full flow. Battle in banana about to ensue here, and it's a big one. He salts. Has to check his angles. He will, and it doesn't look like he's really paying any attention to the sandbags. All going to be onto Tania. Clean shot onto the first. Takes down the AWP of Nawwk, leaving it all onto Sense. He knows exactly where he's at. He's playing around with the sound, but Sense gets the spray, and the force back from Apeks is successful.
It was a risk, that force buy, but this is what they were gunning for. Money gone for forZe. 2 players in double eco territory. That's resulting Gokashima. Walker included. What is the call if you're forZe? Do you full eco and commit yourself to a couple MP9s? Do you... God forbid, do you force in, knowing that Apeks' money is shocking too? Apeks have no loss bonus either, because we keep trading rounds. They have nothing themselves. There is a case here for a force buy. Gokashima all in. Shalfie could get a rifle. There it is. The force buy wars continue. And Ernest now on Apeks. We saw it on Mirage. We saw it on the T side of Mirage. A few too many slip-ups. A couple too many mistakes, letting forZe into rounds they had no business being in. And Apeks, you need to show all that class right now. Hold off this buy, and you have a great T side ahead of you. But lose this, and the jeopardy absolutely is going to continue.
Entry gets it. frustration, man. It's definitely spilling over from the previous map. Result on his 5-7 in the apartments will manage to find a frag and get his hands onto an AK. That puts a stop to the A hit, but they kind of smell a rat over there. They figure that with a play like that, one going down in middle, maybe they have bolstered the A defense, and they would indeed be correct.
We need some rotates, man. All that info out from Result. Crad's going to smoke, but I think Apeks know what's up. They're going to commit through. There's a timing here where Crad is still alone. They're stuck behind this smoke. Head ripped by Crad. And I think forZe has done just enough. These guys look absolutely rattled on the offense at the moment. What do you do if you're Apeks? Do you go for a double pump? There's 3 guys here. You know nothing about A or mid or second mid or anything. They're too scared to turn back. I think it has to be B.
Well, it's going to be a difficult one here, man. kyxsan. Great peek up here from kyxsan, and the spam down the new thinner coffins is nice and easy. Boost surely finds a frag. Yes, it does. Jacob all alone with the AWP. I mean, if he gets this kill here... Oh, okay. Well, when you're running around with your knife out, he's not going to get anything, is he? So forget I said anything. forZe on the low buy once again. Managed to make it work.
Carbon copy, isn't it? Regulation Mirage. You know, you watch as much Counter-Strike as we have, and you get used to the flow, you get used to the passing, you get used to this buy beats this buy, rock, paper, scissors. Well, someone's thrown a nuclear bomb into those rock, paper, scissors in this game. It doesn't make sense anymore. It's broken. And it's another force buy. How long is this going to continue? Surely not another. The Apeks have chosen the right side. They've chosen the right round. A long wrap, and forZe are a bit out of position. Look at results. Feels like I have to push up short. I have to gain territory. He does get the first kill, and that could help stabilize things. Make it 2 and 3 results. Have you ever seen an order shot this effective? He's looking great on it.
Jacob with the Tech 9, though. Kind of throwing a spanner in the works. Will eventually get backstabbed. They know where Sense is at. Should be able to get on the bomb and just threaten the round now. 5-7. It's actually the M4, but, you know, he was a goner. He ain't winning the round from that position. 4-2. Still, you know, considering where the buy was and stuff, Apeks doing some damage getting a bomb plant, right? There's always a threat to turn these rounds around. But we might be in for some stability here.
The first eco, I can feel it. It's coming. You know, a credit to Result. Credit to Result. 2 rounds ago, he was the key instigator. He played a huge role getting that, you know, aggressive in apartments, picked up the AK, get all the information to go for the B lead. This round has just gone. He understands that as they're getting long wrapped, I have to take space. I have to push short. What is happening? You just can't call these rounds. There is no freebie. There is no respite. There's no time to take a foot off the gas. Every round is an onslaught here, and can you even imagine the mental strain on these teams to stay focused for this long? It's crazy.
Yeah, it is mental. Deep Molotov forces a fight. Tania going to win out. Smoke going to go down. Nice banana control secured there with that play, so they'll be more than happy to just back off, give them the space, but there's not really much that Apeks can do from that angle. kyxsan, missed shot. 6-2 still, but I feel like I've seen him missing a few hits here or there, and in this round it cost him his life. Rotation coming round from Tania, but he has to be careful. He's up against an AWP now. I'm not sure they will be ready for him to have crossed this early, though. Perfect timing on that rotation. Let's give B another look, maybe. Not quite sure. 30 seconds. Not many options for Apeks. Damned whichever bomb site they head to here. It's all down to hitting the headies.
They're up first. Player spotted. Could do a flashbang. Not going to come. Falcon takes the fight. It's good damage. nawwk. Oh. Shalfie. That is brutal. Despite the HP. You know, it's close. That is a lot of players lost given the bye, but given the state of this game, you know, winning anti-ecos is about as good as winning gun rounds. You just take the rounds. Seems to be the only thing that matters at the moment.
Alrighty. This feels like probably our most normal looking round, and there's still an XM10 in play. So we'll see how it goes. nawwk takes a bit of nade damage, takes a bit of molly damage, or a lot of molly damage in fact, and he's forced forwards. There's no one around to get that trade. They know where Crad is, but they can't really deal with him at this time. Very well played from forZe here. Inferno looking better and better for my money.
Is that smoke from Crad intentional that goes into the grating? And
I think so.
the...
It looked like he was lining it up, didn't it?
Yeah, because if that actually is a smoke that diffuses the Molotov that comes on the sandbags, that is genius, because it doesn't cover yourself either. So keep an eye on that. Might not be the last time we see it. It is a intentional play. But it certainly didn't go in the favour of Apeks. Free towards B. We've still got Sense lurking, trying to hold rotations. He is keeping the 3A stack in check, but if kyxsan is going to hit shots like that, I'm not sure there is a route onto this B-bomb site. This round is tough viewing if you're Apeks.
Yeah, this is really not going well. Really not going well at all. This is often what happens. You have the sort of force by wars, then one of the team finds stability, and they're able to really expand their lead.
It's got to be said too that, you know, Inferno's not Apex's best map. Apeks have picked this because they know it's a forZe weakness. Can't even believe they're going near this site right now. 3 seconds left. Yeah, I was saying, they picked this because they know it's a forZe weakness, not because it's an Apeks strength. And if stuff starts going wrong, Apeks doesn't have the depth of strategies, of options that they will have on some of their other maps. I mean, if we get to Ancient, which, you know, we're leading that way at the moment with how forZe are playing, you'll see that Apeks have options. They can play fast, they can play slow, they can default, they can run their executes. That might not be the case on Inferno. They might have only a couple comfortable ways of playing, and if these aren't working, is there a B plan? Is there another option here? Timeout's in, they're clearly discussing what to do, but I'm getting a bit nervous because this half has not started as I expected.
Well, a weird little buy into this round. I would imagine a pistol or two, yeah, to back up the AKs. It has thwarted their economy somewhat. I feel like we have honestly seen maybe 1 or 2 rounds where the Apeks econ has been stable. Hard to think, especially on Inferno, where it feels like stability is generally pretty good.
I was going to say the only time of that was overtime on Mirage.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the only time even team have any stability. Apart from that, it's just been carnage.
And this will be the round that they win. You know, the way that it's been going so far. Oh, kyxsan's got to be careful here. Spots a leg. Sad, isn't it? If Jacob had just sent it round that corner, he may well have been able to get the catch.
Why have you done that, Crad?
Flank.
Why have you done that? He's pushed to smoke. He's pushed to smoke when his team had a man advantage. kyxsan could call. There's nobody else out mid. I don't want to call players out all too often. If Apeks lose this round, Crad has a lot to think about. kyxsan goes next. Results. Auto Shoddy and Pit comes into play. Thank God Shalfie's on this side of the map. kyxsan getting a fight. AK in hand. Awkward exchange. And you prefaced it. If forZe lose this round, the complexion changes. Man advantage now for Apeks. Is that is equalized. kyxsan gets this bomb down. It's not necessarily a Tanir favored round. 30 seconds to play with. Ooh, he's playing with his food right now. And Tanir's biting.
3 HP, he has to. Tanir not going to fully dedicate to that B-bomb site, though. It's smart. It buys kyxsan a little bit of time to maybe clear some angles. There's really not a lot. Keep on moving. Keep that 3 HP in favor and just try and play around the bomb here. Tinir, gonna go in for the hold. It's smart from him. You know, it's really smart. I think they knew that Kakanito had to be a little bit low. He's gonna try and play around that bomb. Very well read there from Tinir that it's like, he's just gonna try and fake me out and I'm not gonna let him do that.
I think equally for Kakanito, it might be easy to criticize and say, shouldn't he have swung, but on that HP he was dead. And in 9 out of 10 scenarios, that first tap is a fake. And, you know, the player's walking up short to kill him. So, can't blame Kakanito. Gave it a good stab. But Apeks need rounds. It's good damage. They kept the money low. But they need rounds. And this is a half where they've won 2 4 spies, man, in this half. 2. They just haven't been able to get kind of grips on that economic control. Should have just slipped out of their hands. It's been all forZe. It's been all forZe.
Right, well, Apeks, we're going to have to start to see some movement from them, right? Some won rounds, because this is getting out of hand now. forZe have, of course, won the half, but there is still time to close that gap. At least 4, you would say. 5 feels a lot nicer, though, doesn't it, right? There is still that overhang from Go that in 4 rounds, it's not great. Kakanito to open up. This time in a good while. It feels like the T side have come away with some entries. Kakanito and Sense chiming in, just taking fights. I think they are starting to get a bit savvy to the fact that forZe have been playing quite confidently the past few rounds. Let them make the errors. Well, they just continue to do so. Down to Shalfie. Get that bomb to B. It's a free win.
Huge round for Kakanito. Been a bit quiet the last few. But here, gets his gap on Banana. First found, comes through the smoke. Makes short work of, I think it was Crad. And from there's no B defenders left. The red carpet. Apeks. Trying to, you know, at least get damage limitation out of this T side. Result man is, he's not buying this shotgun because he's low on funds. He's buying it because he wants to play it. He had it last round too. He is clearly, you know, it's part of his game plan. It's part of how Result likes to play short, and part because he's having the shotgun in his hands.
Indeed. Certainly feels a bit silly. He likes it. He likes it. And I don't know, I think Inferno is definitely a map that he can work on, for sure.
It's the retakes where we worry a bit, isn't it? When he has to, you know, he can force the close fights when he's playing his own side, but you know, versatility might be a bit lacking, if, especially if he's required to do a B retake. It could be a problem.
Minute left on the clock. Ooh, we're moving towards B here. Flash going to come round for Crad. Will it be effective? Yes, it is. Oh, my goodness. It's very effective, in fact. He had a couple of targets to choose from there. Could have gone south fast. Sense loses against the auto shotgun. And it looks like forZe might be back to their winning ways. A solid 5v3.
Stop behind the smoke. No nades. Is there a case for saving right now? Kakanito and nawwk get full nades. Gonna try and make a play. Kakanito in. Not long for this world. 15 seconds left. And maybe the save isn't even an option. The result is nearby. He pumps the brakes and now they're trapped. What are forZe gonna do? Next round is last anyway. They can afford to lose some guns. They push in through. JChem collects a couple. If he goes down after time, that is a problem. But he doesn't. Even so, it's a silver lining, isn't it? Best case scenario for Apeks is 4. Is that even enough? I'm not sure, but certainly 3 definitely isn't.
already. They've proven that they can kind of do it, but it just has been so... Well, just the one round, right? So incredibly rare of them to find the rifle rounds. A little close in places. Jacob, oh, come on, man. That's so unfortunate. Assault just checking his angles, you know, a little savvy to the boost up. Jacob check right, he may well have got it, and Assault just keeps on
Why do we
his
question
guys.
it, man? Why do we question the shotgun?
Menace. Absolute menace, mate. When it works, it works.
Okay. Kakano gets in front of the AWP line. Shalfie gets too aggressive. kyxsan punishes. Result is looking the wrong way right now. nawwk has the bomb. Oh my lord. forZe. If you just sit back and play passive, I think this round's a done deal. What do Apeks do? But now it's all square. Fukushima's the one that needs to get aggressive. He is traded. And out of nowhere, Tinier's wondering where the cavalry's gone because I'm left in a 1v2 to recover what should have been a surefire round.
He's done well from positions like this in the past, though. And they really have no idea where he's coming from. nawwk, it was in position to hold it, but they just didn't expect him that fast. And nawwk was the healthy player, man. Cancelled on the plant. This is really not good. kyxsan going to go for it. Tinier just coming around that corner. Will dedicate to it. 9-3, clutched up in the end. Apeks could not buy a round, man. That's crazy. We'll see. forZe looking to take us to a third. Let's see how it pans out in the second half.
Thought I could walk through fire, blow up a storm and see the light, yeah. I told my friends that I could run on water, and they said nobody can. They'll see me flying through the sky, yeah. Play hide and seek behind the clouds. I show my friends that I'm not scared of dreaming, and I'll do that again, over and over again.
We asked the questions. What happens when forZe plays a top team in this qualifier? What happens when they go a map down? What happens when their backs are up against the wall? This is what happens. 9-3 start. Tanir's been brilliant. Results been great too. forZe firing on all cylinders. And they are not far from evening up this series. A lot of work to do if you're Apeks.
Big frag. Big rotation. They're sending everybody across to the A bomb site. Not going to come in with a flank here on the Julies. Drops that bomb round the corner. Goes in for a bit more and does lose his head. Oh, and a big find from Kokushima. 2 versus 2. Where the read was looking good, but they're not expecting anyone on this A bomb site, and the big flank, the big rotation works out. Super aggressive. They thought they had a bit more time to get set up on that A bomb site. Exactly what Apeks needed there.
We saw in the first half a lot of force buys, a lot of economic back and forth as teams try to get established. There is no scope here for Apeks to even get involved in a fight like that. They haven't got the leeway. And forZe are going to eco. And it's so important for Apeks. They really, be howler if they lost this round, but they need numbers alive. They need a strong economy because they are, working with scraps when it comes to round here. No mistakes. You're Apeks. If Apeks is going to turn this map around, which player are you looking at? Who's the man? Who instigates it?
Honestly, probably Jacob, right? Tap into the experience. Tap into his ability to be a nuisance. If he can do that over on B, I think then they're in for a pretty good time. Lock down the banana control. Nice start, isn't it, as well, for the B players there. Just holding solidly against the Glock. But a couple of flashes could have really mixed things up. Not going to be the case. Very quick anti-eco from Apeks. But yeah, I probably would say Jacob. It might also be a little bit in the intangibles as well. Just keep the team together. Passing it all the way back a good number of years. He's been in these types of situations before, I'm sure.
3-for-2 in the coaching spot. He's been around. He's been around. What is the call here from Apeks? Because it is a bit of a bonus round, isn't it? Couple MP9s, Scout out with nawwk. Nawwk's also opted, unless he dropped his nades in spawn, which he could have, been bought up so much here. Shown for this round is a bit of a, I don't want to say a freebie for their opponents, but Apeks' focus might be a little bit further down the line with full weaponry. At the moment, a pretty default spread. They go for a banana retake, midway nades. Smoke by the logs. Molly in front is clear, so they know that nobody's out advanced in banana. Now they've lost brackets. And how do Apeks react? Do they lean a 4th player over? Do they retake banana? Because right now, they are lacking a bit for map control.
Oi, oi, oi. I don't like it. Brad will manage to find the kill, though. Tinner out with a quick trade. Only one left on the site itself. It's Sense in the pit with the M4 clean frag onto the first and the second. Well held. And once again, Mr. Reliable comes up large. Oh, Result in for the double spray down, but why are we not aware? Is there some kind of misinfo or what? Sense has to clutch up here. He will get it done, thank God for Apeks, but my goodness, was that a mess. Just get your gun out, even give it a quick look. One of you. Both of them completely unaware of long.
I'm not sure I blame the player in Arch quite as much, but wow. Even so, don't let it detract from the heroics of Sense there. He was 1 on 3 on A. His players were closing in short. 2 kills from under the balcony. This kid has a very bright future. And as impact frags go in this series, those rank pretty damn high. And forZe didn't even get a plan out of that round. It's just a half buy for them. Flawless start to this half so far for Apeks. And a great chance to continue that trend.
Well time Molotov and Sense, they were just about to go in for a double peek, I think. May well have heard a few footsteps. at the other end of the long holes. The nade damage continues to come in. So chips taken out of the forZe boys.
Good util. He's also getting the comments from Banana, isn't he? They're saying we can't see anybody. So, you know, Sense joins the dots a bit and says, could be an apps pop, guys. And if forZe wanted to do that, well, been dissuaded. They're off to B instead. That's their last flash 2. Nobody nearby. It's going to be hard to get past these initial rifle angles as they go onto the side.
Oh, and a well-timed smoke. That will actually put a stop. And then they get their CT smoke in, so the timings are a bit dodgy. It is going to be an A hit, but still fully in. 3 players on the defense. Balcony angles so hard to deal with on the new Inferno, you know. nawwk. Oh, lovely. Will go down. Be a little too big of a bite. Needs to win on the site. Unable to find anything. They will get a bomb plant out of this then. Oh, actually, Resalt going to get off it and find the frag.
Oh,
you're kidding.
So
you're
close.
Absolutely kidding. That's about as close as it comes, you know. That felt like my guy, the announcer, was saying bomb has been planted and counter-terrorists win at the same time.
Wow. I'm not actually sure, by the way, with the way the the clock works. Because obviously we know that in Go, if it ticks to the 3, you've lost it. I don't actually know if that's the case in CS2. So it's a little bit harder for us to know as well.
I would assume it's still 3.5,
Yeah.
right? So,
But it's how it displays the time and when it rounds it, all this sort of stuff.
When that bomb like hits the ground, is it 3.5 when the bomb hits the ground, or from when you get it out? All this sort of awkwardness.
Someone call up free clicks. We need the
Yeah,
answers.
exactly. Yeah, we do indeed.
I'll tell you
Either
what,
way, a big one for Apeks.
absolutely. And think back to Mirage. How many of those sort of rounds were they losing? How many times did it come down to the millisecond moves? And it was forZe who came out on top. They didn't even win that map. And how the pendulum has swung. Rounds-wise, still advantage forZe. Didn't find any stability on this T side. They're not in a bad position. But let too many slip. And Apeks have the money, have the confidence, have a red carpet all the way to Atlanta.
nawwk on the contact round the corner. Could be big here. Finds a frag. Just makes it away as well. There's 2 players in on the site itself. They're so ready for this one, man. Shalfie's crept into CT. Tania has no idea, though. That's going to be the bomb hitting the deck. And Shalfie kind of needs the bomb to be planted to really have the big impact he's looking for. nawwk takes him. Probably just save here, Assault, to be honest. He will make it out. He's actually sticking around for a kill, but not going to win the round. Actually goes down. I don't know. Could have made it out there, but you don't really know that, right? He probably assumed Banana presence. All the same, another round for Apeks. They're looking really damn good here in the second half.
I'll tell you what as well. nawwk, he didn't have a great T-side campaign, got to be honest, but here on the CT side, he had around a couple of goes on the scout, gets a kill, a lot of tags, and in the last 2 rounds, he had a lot of important kills in moments that could have swung these rounds. So credit for nawwk for keeping his head in the game. Getting engaged now on the defense. Money out of balance for forZe. The hero AK out for Tania. But elsewhere, Crad could get a little armor, perhaps. He really wanted his max loss bonus. He's just going to get a Tech 9. Maybe can get some nadage too. We know these rounds can be potent, so you know it's not like Apeks have massive money. If they lose this, they're in trouble as well. And yeah, I just want to see a plan from forZe. Got a lot of util here. I just want to see a sort of, you know, staying on the same page, maybe a set play, maybe taking map control, but force in numbers. That's what I want to see.
Tania. Spots the shoulder. However, does not find the frag. And that's a big deal. Apeks able to walk away with their AWP intact just about anyway. Setup is a little messy on the site, but as that long smoke comes in, they will start to work a bit more together here. Akanito, a lot of information. Spots one moving in towards the arch. Rotation is here as well. Big damage from kyxsan, and eventually finds the double spray down. It looks good. Minute left on the clock. 2 players remain for forZe, and no real headway onto the site itself. Not so sure how I feel about this one. They're going to need a really wild play to go their way.
Does feel like the best chance though, doesn't it? Thread the needle. kyxsan's low, as is nawwk. Problem is clearing sense. Sense is under the balcony. We need an instant headshot. We need an assassination from Xiaofi. And it hasn't come just yet. There it is. nawwk is low, but does connect. If Xiaofi can get the trade, it's not unthinkable. nawwk, I brought him up before the round. Impact frags galore at the moment. And just as it was getting scary, nawwk says, don't worry. Hold my beer.
All right, third tactical timeout being used here by forZe. The pressure is most certainly on as the half has flipped over. They're yet to find a round. So not only is it evened up, not only is it 9-9, it's 6 in a row for Apeks, which I think really paints a picture of this second half. And a couple of bomb plants here or there, maybe 1 or 2 rounds that were close, but Apeks have been fairly dominant throughout.
It's amazing how fast these MR12 games slip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing how quickly Apeks like that. Win pistol, couple gun rounds, and it's game on. forZe look nailed on to take this to Ancient with the way that first half ended, but that feels like a different lifetime. Parallel universe at this point. All eyes on forZe. Xiaofi, new to the in-game leader position. Teams are mapped down. They're on their opponent's pick. T-side of an Inferno, hardly a map where they've been terribly comfortable in the past couple of months. And now he's going to be the talisman. He's going to call them out of these problems, find some way through this defense. Well, they're going home. And it's Apeks getting the slot. The next challenger following John shipping.
nawwk on a really tight angle here, just holding down the long hauls. It's been a difficult thorn to deal with in the apartments. This out from mid. A little bit of short control, but not an awful lot. And there's nawwk chiming in, right? You got to be aware of him. Unfortunately, they were not. So that's a big kill as well, because it's one of the healthier players on the team. Really has an effect going into the next 50 seconds.
I just can't deal with nawwk. Can't deal with him. Cannot understate the utter importance of opening picks this late in such an important map of Counter-Strike. That is massive stuff. Check out the rotates from Apeks. They do a 3B lean as they're scared of a pop. But it's not to be. This is just a ruse. Xiaofi with result. Can apply some pressure. Bomb is very much committed to brackets. Xiaofi comes through this fight against Kakanito. Maybe that averts the round, but not to be. There's only 2 in defense. Also, ever present on this defensive side. Such a thorn to deal with. Sense has his back. Perfect 1-2 punch. 5 alive from Apeks, and that is a statement.
It does not get much better than this from Apeks, let me tell you that. This is a nigh on perfect half of counter-terrorist, counter-strike. Really good to see. And a huge, huge fan of...
They had many plants, you know?
No, yeah, this is what I'm saying, man. Like, there's been a few close rounds, I think, a little bit earlier on, right? But
I don't think there's been a plant.
Even getting plants.
I don't think there's been a plant.
I think we might have had one snuck in there in like a half-by round, but...
If it's happened, it's in the
no
last
substantial
couple.
plan.
If it happened, it's only been in the last few where Apeks have quite caught up. This round, though, is a massacre. It's an abattoir. Here on the top of bananas. A nice trade from Crad, but 1 on 3. Gets himself an AK. This is grim viewing. position now for Apeks.
Ooh, that might have been heard. I don't think so. Judging by the reactions here, all the same damage that he didn't want to take. He's going to creep. I think they know that it's unlikely to be A. Just because of the position of sense.
Yeah, he's just called, you know, nobody's crossed mid for ages.
Yeah.
And even kyxsan's aware that with all this time left, Crad wants a fight. Very much could fight in towards ruins, and that's why he's playing so passive. This is utter discipline from Apeks. In a way you wouldn't see from many teams in this qualifier. There's the gap if you're Crad. I'm not sure there is one.
Ain't that the truth? He's going to get his CT smoke down, give his position away. At the very least, he'll be able to... Oh, okay, maybe not. Didn't even get the words out. nawwk found him through the smoke. 11-9. We're in for a flawless CT half here on Inferno. Apeks. Absolute monstrosity that they have built on the defense. It's just crazy.
And who's the instigators? I mean, JKM's been good. I think kyxsan has been so crucial. There's aggressive rifling sports. nawwk has had a lot of impact kills. Sense, it's all of them, isn't it, actually? Sense had his massive round from in towards mini pit under the balcony, where they could have lost it. kyxsan too. Hardly a slouch for an in-game leader, is he? And, you know, we look at forZe and we praise them for their depth of talent, for the raw mechanics across the lineup. Well, Apeks are on the phone, and they're saying we've got some pretty heavy-hitting players too. Okay, well, we assume this is of a technical nature. forZe are out of tac pauses. Definitely can't be them.
Someone's had a desk slam, I reckon. No, I
It
don't
could
know.
be.
Just seems a little suspicious with the timing. Or maybe there's been an issue for a while that they, you know, have not really realised.
Hmm.
And that's perhaps what's been affecting the performance on their T side. Try and update you when we get updated, but often we are in the dark about these types of things.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll run through this one as long as it's not too long. We don't want to take a break this deep into the action. Apeks have had a bizarre year, haven't they? I think it's so easy to think post-Paris and then paint the picture of Apeks were always good. Everyone always knew Apeks was good. Everybody always knew this team was going to perform. And that actually isn't the case. Apeks and this project, at least as an international project, been going for quite a long time now. I think it was the start of 2022 when they first came in with a team, and they really struggled to get traction. They had JKM, they had nawwk, they had Stiko, and they just couldn't find results. It was the kyxsan move that kick-started everything. It was the Paris RMRs into the major and a massive result that springboarded them forwards. And yeah, it's been a bit of a rocky road since then. Of course, you know, the big teams come snapping, don't they? As soon as you have a big result. A few others have learned as well. But maybe this lineup does have legs. Still to be great. Especially with kyxsan playing like this.
I think they're in for big things, you know. I'll be honest. I think we've seen a lot of depth out from this team. It's obviously not great that they got knocked down into the lower bracket, but they have performed very well to pick themselves back up from that. Okay, so we have just received word. I don't think we really know where this timeout's going to go. It might be difficult for us to power through. What do you want to do? You want to give it another minute, or should we throw it across?
Let's give it a little bit longer.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
I got
certainly.
a good feeling. I got a good feeling.
Hopefully, I mean, if we also could find out the nature of the tech issue, that could inform us as well. If it's a massive problem, maybe it would be wise, but sounds like some internet problems. Well, we'll stay on because that could get fixed at any moment. I think for Apeks, you know, they haven't played that many LANs in the second half of the year, have they? Their ranking is tanked a bit, as of course has hurt their invites. I think they need to play some more LANs. I think they need more experience, especially when you're bedding in Sense and kyxsan. They could really do with an ESL Challenger, which is, we've seen from many other teams, a perfect springboard into greater and bigger things and getting used to that environment. And, you know, it's a self-contained tournament. It's fast. It's you know, you go through the cycle of playing stage games and prepping for matches and playing a semi-final, these sort of things. Apeks get a lot of benefit if they made it.
Yeah, it would be nice. It would definitely be nice, I think, for them. And it would also be kind of the caliber of tournament where they could edge in for a win, you know what I mean? They've had, like, a Sydney, a Pro League, things like this, where they're maybe not as expected. It's more a battle of survival at those types of events, more a battle of rankings in a way, or like, okay, we've got a big game here, let's try and play our best Counter-Strike, try and take a map. But that kind of thing can be really difficult, unfortunately. So, you know, I still think they're doing relatively well, middle of the pack finishes at a couple of events, but it's going to take some time before they really pick up speed. I think to combat the top level teams, they probably need to pick up a pretty interesting player, or they need someone like Kakanito maybe to really start dominating games. But we're back into it. You know, Alan and I, we've got that sixth sense. We've been around the block a few times, so we had a feeling that it wasn't going to be too much longer. You know, we're back in. Okay. Brad is back in with a pretty nasty message there, jumping above the smoke. I'm a big fan of that. I like this little play. You know, shooting on top of the smoke to get some information and then taking a fight once he spots someone. Really clever.
I'm not convinced he's landed when he pulled the trigger. I'm not sure. That looked pretty funky. But just crad things added to the list. Now Apeks losing a player so early. nawwk says, I want to make a play. I'm going to aggress here towards Banana. Gukashima, though, on the angle. And this round is already looking done for Apeks. Maybe they should consider a stack. And at worst case, hold rifles into the following. 2 on A at the moment. kyxsan trying to buy time, but I still kind of believe this is Bane. Comes through the smoke. Actually,
No
it's
way.
back on. All right. Can't bet on anything in this game, can ya? Fear of God now in forZe.
Oh my goodness. And they're moving towards A, which is where there's a better defense, right? kyxsan is just absolutely... He doesn't even realize at this point he might start to, but the impact there is huge. Sense finding one on the edge of the smoke before the fight's even begun. kyxsan comes in for a third, and Sense will end the round 12-9 for Apeks. From the jaws of defeat, they pick up that round. Absolutely unbelievable play from kyxsan.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm telling you, so many teams would have just free stacked A there. And not even giving it a look in and already be thinking about the following round and their setups and whatever. And kyxsan just says, I've got a full belt of util. I'm going to look for a fight. Gets 2. Applies so much pressure he actually funnels forZe towards the more defended side. And he rotates in time to get a frag. That is massive stuff from the Macedonian in-game leader. Man advantage off the back of Jachem. 4 frags. 4 kills. 4 headshots. And they're off to the States.
First frag comes in. Jacob going wild in the middle. He will get taken down. It's actually Kakanito there for those frags. Nonetheless, nawwk is held with the AWP. There's a bit of rotation presence as well. Oh, gets off the angle at a weird time. Jacob's got him covered, or at least replacing him, I guess. They might not be ready for nawwk, but they certainly are not ready for Gokashima. He's left blinded. There's nobody around to trade him. However, a big ask here to pick up this round if you are forZe. Gokashima's heard the scope. What a peek. kyxsan alone on B. They've got to know that he's around. Checking all his angles. The dink lands, but Resalt gets the frag. And forZe buying time. Is it over in this round, or is it over in this game? Sense is the deciding factor.
Game on. Game on. Sense up against Gukashima. Playing in towards dark. Gukashima doesn't face initially. Is planted on coffins. As Sense wraps in towards ruins. He's running out of time. Fukushima isn't here. Still hasn't faced from dark. And since there are not many spots left to clear, goes wide. Fukushima saves forZe when they look dead.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The game continues here, and the threat of the third map still looms over Apeks. Got the money, but it will dry up if they lose this one. Overtime secured at the very least, but they do not want it to go to yet another coin toss. So let's see what this round has in store. Really deep banana smoke coming in from the CT spawn there. Maybe going to try and go for some banana presence, but no. They will just get the usual nades down, play it a bit safe. They do that on both sides, actually. Nobody wants to take that 50-50 fight at the start of the round.
It's an early group from forZe. It could be a misread. They've seen a couple mollies on banana. And the way they're posturing is like they want to pop this mid-smoke. Okay, they sort of route back in the end. Clearly see there's no intent to go towards banana anytime soon. Nades are being lined up. I think it's going to be a full-on execute from forZe. Wrap smokes flying over. kyxsan, the man tasked with holding on to long. First kill for him. Make it 2. So close now to winning this series are Apeks.
nawwk locked in at the pit as well. Pretty good position for him to be in. A lovely timed smoke to allow him to move across. Shalfie will catch kyxsan. kyxsan watching for this smoke play, but not fully dedicated to it. Wants to stay alive more than anything. Make sure that they can't make it through CT. He'll go down. And it gets a little bit weird now. Being a dangerous presence. Jacob takes that reface. Nearly finds the frag. Still 2 more to get through on the site itself, though, and one of those is the AWP of nawwk. Sense on the site. Fake setup. They're just trying to, you know, get nawwk out of the picture, really. It's not working. All down to Tania. They know that he's in the apartment. He's definitely being spotted now. Finished by Sense. And Apeks have done it, securing their spot at Atlanta in a 2-0 fashion. But my goodness, what a grand final we've just had there from the qualifier. It is such a shame. We're not going to get to see both of those teams on LAN. Only Apeks have made it through.
That was a 9-round win streak from Apeks at the start of the half.